Hey, what's up, y'all? So let's get into some stuff. I am so tired of doing this. I gotta do this video all over again because this stupid mic it wasn't working. And now it's working now. It's pissing me off. But first of all, let's get into this. Like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. It's your boy Paul. Now we gonna get through this again. I am so mad I gotta do this stuff over. Crazy thing. This mic making me mad. So first up, let's get into this Baltimore County gym teacher. So this man is now locked up because this man did actually got he was charged with 2 counts of assault. Yes, I'm surprised they didn't charge him with se XEXSA on minors, because I said, yeah, he's a gym teacher. So apparently one of the students ended up reporting him, telling that they felt uncomfortable. They told what happened, that this man ended up touching them, rubbing on their thigh. I said, oh my. And then another student came forward to also tell that this man had on multiple occasions said that they were cute. I said, what is going on at this school? This man been working at this school for since 2022. And he was also working at another school at the same time. But I don't know. They said both of the schools, but they wasn't sure. I don't know if it happened at one. But they said they named both of the schools, and so this man is nasty. And so, you got to be very careful about who is teaching your kids. Definitely, if he's a coach, if he's a gym teacher. Now, this gym teacher, I understand. Like, come on now. But that's what went on there. Let's move on to the next. So let's get into this. So the parents of a baby that was decapitated during childbirth, they were rewarded 2.25 million in a lawsuit after they actually ended up getting an independent doctor named Dr. Jackson Gates to actually do the autopsy of their baby. This doctor ended up putting the deceased child on hold up, keeping the deceased child on the internet, saying that this is an educational moment. And these two parents didn't feel like that was right. That wasn't right. That wasn't. So they sued them, and the court rewarded them. So congratulations to them. I know this can't bring your baby back. Also, the hospital they had the baby at, the doctor who delivered the baby tried to cover up what happened during labor. Yeah. But that's what went on there. So let's move on to the next. So we got up, and that's the Diddy situation. So his drug mule ended up testifying this week, and the drug mule ended up testifying about the Diddy freak off. He said that he also called the freak off the Wild King Nights. Yes, that's what he called him. He said he was the pusher. He also gave him money, etc. He said that he also had to actually clean up the freak off. I said, wait a minute. How you gonna be how you gonna be his drug mule and you gotta do labor? I said, so was you involved in the freak offs? Cause how you cleaning up after him and these freak offs? So he said he had to use gloves and stuff like that and stuff. He also ended up saying that after Cassie ended up suing Diddy, that lawsuit, when that happened, Diddy actually stopped the freak offs. He moved them from hotels to private residencies. So I said, wait a minute, you gonna move from hotels to private residency after you got sued? Got it. So he said he moved to private residencies. He said also, he said the John Doe that testified about a week and a half. It's the 6 week Diddy's trial already. The lady that Jane Doe that actually testified a week and a half ago. He said that he believed that she was a willing participant in the freak off. And I'm like, huh? How? But I said, okay, if that's what you believe, I said, was you a part of these freak off too? If that's why you saying she was a willing participant, because you got immunity. So yeah, and also he ended up saying that once the freak offs got moved from the hotels, the Jane Doe location, her resident was one of the locations that was used for the freak off. I said, damn, Lee. I said, oh, this is thickens more and more. So where was her residency was? What state? Because I would like to know. It didn't say in the article. So moving on past that situation. Now let's get into Teresa. You know her from the Real Housewives of New Jersey. You know, so and she did it was interviewed live, and they asked her she coming back to the Housewives of New Jersey. She said, I am, alumni of the show. She went, I would like to come back, but she went, that's up to Bravo. Then the male anchor ended up asking, so okay, so can you tell me about why you didn't pay why a family didn't pay their taxes for years? She went, who are you talking about? What family? He went, I'm talking about you. Why didn't you pay them taxes? So she like, oh no. Click, we gotta get off. She ended up hanging on them live. I said, girl, you're gonna get asked that question. I said, you haven't been asked that question by real reporters, and they are real reporters, and they needed to ask that question. You should be able to answer it. You already didn't serve your time. So I said, it's nothing you can do other than answer it. But Teresa gonna be Teresa, and I think she did the right thing by just hanging up on them and calling it a day when he did ask that question. But let's move on to the next. So next up, we got this fool of a fool, and the foolery for today is this dummy, a Florida fugitive. So he ended up taunting police because the police haven't been able to catch him. So he went to social media, tagging them on their official page, taunting them like, y'all too busy fishing that why y'all yet haven't caught me, something like that. He said, when I left my grandma's house today, should have waited a little bit longer. He's a dummy. I said use dummy. So apparently the police the sheriffs went and got him. So apparently this man ended up he on a run because he actually violated the release agreement that was set in place for his pretrial. So yeah, you you could have you didn't have to do this. If you wanted to go to jail so bad, you could have just went to the police station and turned yourself in. But let's move past this fool of the fool and get into the next. Okay, so let's get into Ted Cruz. So we got Ted Cruz and we got Tucker Carlson. So Ted Cruz ended up saying he's fine with the United States helping Israel in their conflict because the Bible said to do so. I said, huh? He said the Bible said that do right by Israel, because you don't do right by them, uh, you won't be rewarded or something. And so Carlson was like, huh? He went, wait a minute, I'm confused. He went, I'm a Christian, but this ain't making no sense. He went, yeah, you can. He went, he said, so what part of the Bible is that in? He went, I don't know which part of it, but it's in there. You can get the Bible and check. You can get the Bible, the book, and look yourself. He said, well, you are talking about Genesis, but he went, what you're saying is not correct. And stuff. They were going back and forth. I said, this man he just doing what Donald Trump does in interviews, saying whatever's compared and thinking it's good TV and good for the political right side um, Republicans, and he just talking out of his ass, and he really don't know nothing. But people voted for him to be in office. That's what it is. But let's move on past that fool. Let's get into a key of today. So this birthday girl wasn't having it after either her cousin, her sister, her friend blew out her candles. Girlfriend said, I can't believe this girl did this. She ain't okay. She went tagging for. She went, I'm a tagger now. So she went for that hair. She had that girl hair. Then the girl grabbed her hair. She said, girl, I don't care about you grabbing my hair, girl. You blew my candles out. It's business now. I ain't get to make a wish. She was getting ready to do that wish. And you just messed it all up, girl. So that's the waitress in the back having to relight. She was very happy when she see birthday girl grab that head. Tag a girl. Tag a one for me. Because I gotta relight this candle. I said, baby, that was the funniest video I seen today. But let's move on to the last thing I got up for y'all, and that is this 16 billion password data breach that had happened, where Apple, Facebook, Google, and more big time companies, their cloud data has been breached. So it's called Cyber News, researchers ended up finding out that there was a breach. And so now they are coming out to tell people that people need to actually need to have a stronger passwords. Also get software that's um, can help you with making sure that everything is secured. You need to get a password manager. Also, you need to get a dark web monitoring tool to help with that and make your passwords even stronger than what you had it before. Because they said whoever has stole this data will be using this sooner or later. So to get ahead of that, it would be better for people if you have a Google account, Facebook, Apple, and you got a lot of your passwords to different things in there, yeah, you need to change them and make them stronger. As I say, yes, somebody is going to start typing away. So that's all I got for y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's your boy Paul. Y'all have a good night, y'all, because it's late. But thank y'all for tuning in. Bye, y'all.